Issues are framed like whether all the accused persons are liable for dowry death under section 304B and 498A of IPC, and whether act of accused person in furtherance if there is any common intention under section 34 of IPC, then whether accused persons are held liable for the murder of the deceased Mrs. Sharda Goyal under section 302 of IPC. These are the issues framed. On minimizing the arguments, it is clearly evident that from the statements of prime witnesses and medical evidences and other circumstantial evidences, the deceased died in unnatural circumstances within 7 years of marriage, and therefore these are evidence that the deceased was subjected to cruelty and harassment soon after the death. So this must be in the demand of dowry. Thus all accused with liable under section 304B and 498A of IPC of dowry death. And apart from this, there are also sufficient evidence to prove that deceased was continuously harassed and tortured for dowry. And there has been dying declaration also was in the form of signs of prime witness 5 and 6, which makes the accused person liable for murder under section 302 of IPC. So in the first case, it is pleaded that accused Mr. Dinesh Goyal, Mr. Suresh Goyal and Mrs. Shalini Goyal should be made liable for offences punishable under section 302, 304B and 498A of IPC, and they should also be get punished with section 3 of Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. On moving to the next case is State of Delhi versus Dr. K. Sinha versus others. This is one of the medical negligence case. The brief form of facts is like the Rajendra Prasad was met with an accident and he suffered a severe brain injury and he has to be operated very immediately. While performing that operation, anesthesia have been used, and it is the issue here is like, and the defective equipment has been used for performing anesthesia, and it is found that this it has not any proper way of gas mixture, and the doctor has not monitored any of this deficient equipment which he has to be which has been liable to monitor properly. He has the whole responsibility. Hence, the anesthesia was not properly injected, so that the deceased Rajendra Prasad went to coma stage, and he cannot get back his consciousness. When he was taken to another hospital, the prime three doctors found this incident, and they tried for operation, but unfortunately he died in that incident. And so FIR is filed under criminal negligence for murder, and the case is now on appeal on criminal court, as criminal court did not find any evidence. Here, the pleading has mainly taken place in two ways. The first one is whether the culpable homicide not amounting to murder under section 304, and the second is whether the doctor is liable for criminal negligence of murder under section 304A. So it is very clearly stated that if the act is done with the knowledge that is likely to cause death, then in accordance with section 299, it also postulates the existence of positive mental attitude, which is the supported mens rea for the offence, which likely which causes the death of the person. So it is clearly the mens rea is in the hidden and in the passive form here. And there has also been Association of Anesthetic in India which recommended the minimum standards for physiological monitoring of any patient undergoing anesthesia. This also have been failed. So it could be made very easily said that like the doctor should be liable for the incident. It is referred with case laws like Sarfat Ali Khan versus Professor R. Gori. In this case, eye hospital, their 14% lost their vision due to the failure in the autoclave instrument. So the whole hospital and the doctor is liable for the incident. In our case also, the doctor should be made liable and the whole hospital should be made liable for the appropriate compensation. In another case, Surendra Chauhan versus State of MP, the criminal liability has been imposed on doctor when anesthesia has been not properly served and the patient died in accordance. So from this case, it is clear that the doctor Sinha is made liable for the incident, as he is only responsible and his event is possibly likely to cause death, so he is liable for criminal negligence for murder under section 304A. So the respondents are finally liable under section 304. This is the case. Thank you.